Here, unit first, functions and limit. Here, formulas. First formula, sin 2x, which is equal to 2 sin x into cos x, which is equal to 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. Then second formula, cos 2x, which is equal to cos square x minus sin square x, which is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1, which is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x, and which is equal to 1 minus tan square x divided by 1 plus tan square x. Then third is tan 2x, which is equal to 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. Then fourth formula, sin 3x, which is equal to 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Then next formula, cos 3x, which is equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Then next formula, tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, which is equal to tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Then next formula, tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y, which is equal to tan inverse of x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. Then first, if f of x is equal to log e x divided by x minus 1, then f of a plus f of a, which is equal to log e a plus 1 divided by a minus 1. Then second, if f of x is equal to log 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x, then f of a plus f of b, which is equal to f of a plus b divided by 1 plus a into b. Then third, if f of x is equal to log x minus 1 divided by x plus 1, then f of x square plus 1 divided by 2x, which is equal to 2 into f of x. Then fourth formula, if f of x is equal to log x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, then f of 1 plus x square divided by 2x, which is equal to 2 into f of x. And 5 formula, if f of x is equal to log 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x, then f of 2x divided by 1 plus x square, which is equal to 2 into f of x. Then next example, first example, if f of x is equal to log x, g of x is equal to x cube, then show that f of g of x, which is equal to 3 into f of x. So first upon, given that f of x is equal to log x, this is first equation, and g of x is equal to x cube, this is second equation. Then we have to show that f of g of x, which is equal to 3 into f of x. So first upon, consider left hand side f of g of x, but here g of x is x cube, so put this value f of x cube. but here f of x, its value is log x, so this value is log x cube. So this value is log x. So this can be written as 3 into log x, and but can be written as 3 into log x, but log x is the f of x, so 3 into f of x. So f of g of x, which is equal to 3 into f of x. Hence we show that this equation. Then next example, second, if f of x is equal to cos x, then show that f of 3x, which is equal to 4f cube x minus 3x. So first, upon given that f of x is equal to cos x, so we have to show that f of 3x, which is equal to 4f cube x minus 3x. Hence, we know that cos 3x, which is equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. So from consider left hand side f of 3x, but f of x is the cos x, so f of 3x is cos 3x, but cos 3x is this value 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x, but cos x is the value of f of x, so here cos cube x means f cube of x, and here cos x means f of x. So we get the value 3 into f of x. So we get f of 3x, which is equal to 4f cube x minus 3 into f of x. Then next then next theorem, if f of x which is equal to sin x, g of x is equal to cos x, then first f of x plus y which is equal to f of x into g of y plus g of x into f of y, and second g of m minus n which is equal to g of m into g of n plus f of m into f of n. Then next point is definition of limit. Definition of limit. So a function f of x is said to be have limit L as x tends to a if for every epsilon greater than 0, then there exists a positive real number delta such that mod of f of x minus L is less than epsilon. For 0 less than mod of x minus a less than delta. ही condition satisfied करत असेल, it is the limit and it is, we can write limit कसं लिहितात, the limit of f of x tends to a is equal to L. This is limit. And limit, it is denoted by capital L. Hence, L is the limit of x tends to a, f of x is equal to small l. Then next point, meaning of x tends to a means here first point is left hand and right hand limit. Left hand and right hand limit. So we can write an as left hand limit as f of a minus 0, which is equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x, which is equal to limit h tends to a f of a minus a, means minus limit is the left hand limit and plus limit is this is right hand limit. Limit x tends to a plus f of x, which is equal to limit h tends to a f of a plus h. Then next point is existence of limit. लिमिट एग्जिस्ट कधी होतं, लिमिट एक्झिस्टन्स ऑफ लिमिट. So here condition limit x tends to a f of x exist when first condition is limit x tends to a minus f of x and means left hand limit and right hand limit exist, means left hand limit and means left hand limit and right hand limit exist होत असेल, लिमिट exist होत असेल तर that is limit, here limit is exist, means this is first condition. Then second condition limit x tends to a minus f of x, which is equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x, means left hand limit which is equal to right hand limit. ही कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाईड करत असेल तर लिमिट एक्झिस्ट होतं. देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट is algebra of limits. Algebra of limit. If limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to L and limit x tends to a, g of x is equal to m, where Lm are real numbers, then first rule is constant rule. Constant rule कोणता आहे? लिमिट x tends to a, capital K is equal to capital K, where capital K is a constant. Then second is identity rule. limit x tends to a, x is equal to a. This is the identity rule. This is then third rule, limit x tends to a, x raised to n is equal to a raised to n. Then next rule, limit x tends to a, square root of x n, which is equal to square root of a n. x tends to n means x च्या ठिकाणी a पुट करू म्हणजे x root of a n. Then we rule if p of x is a polynomial, then limit x tends to a, p of x is equal to p of a. x tends to a means put करायचा x is equal to a. Then vi, next rule is coefficient rule. Coefficient rule, limit x tends to a, k into f of x, which is equal to k into limit x tends to a f of x, and which is equal to k into, this is limit, so k into L, where k is a constant. k हा constant आहे. Then next rule, sum and difference rule. Sum and difference rule, limit x tends to a, f of x, sum and difference mean plus or minus g of x, which is equal to limit x tends to a, f of x, separate करायचं limit plus or minus limit x tends to a, g of x. But here this is L and g of x limit is m, so L plus or minus m. Then next rule is product rule. Product rule, which is the product rule, limit, product means multiplication, so f of x into g of x, आता लिमिट सेपरेट लिहायचं. लिमिट x टेन्स टू a can separate this limit f of x into limit x tends to a g of x, but this is L and this value is m, so L into m. This is product rule. Then next rule is quotient rule. Quotient means dividation. So here quotient rule काय ना, limit x tends to a f of x divided by g of x. आता सेपरेट करा. लिमिट x tends to a f of x divided by limit x tends to a g of x. But this value is taken as L and this value is m, so L divided by m. Then last rule is 10 rule. टेंथ रूल कोणता आहे तर power rule, which is last rule or algebra of limits. Power rule, limit x tends to a f of x raised to n. Here n is the power, so this is power rule, which is equal to, आता सेपरेट करा. लिमिट x tends to a f of x raised to n, but this limit is taken as L, so L raised to n. This is power rule. So 10 rule यूज करायचे. Then first example घेऊ. algebra of limits depends on algebra of limits. So first upon evaluate limit x tends to a square root of x plus square root of a divided by x plus a. So first upon consider this limit as L. So L is equal to limit x tends to a square root of x plus square root of a divided by x plus a. This is first equation. Then by quotient rule, इथे रूल यूज करायचा बिकॉज इट इज कोशंट. सो इथे आपण कोशंट रूल यूज करू. सो लिमिट एक्स टेन्स टू, विच इज कोशंट रूल, लिमिट एक्स टेन्स टू ए एफ ऑफ एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय जी ऑफ एक्स, विच इज इक्वल टू लिमिट एक्स टेन्स टू ए एफ ऑफ एक्स divided by limit x tends to a g of x. So इथे quotient rule यूज करायचा. But here f of x आणि g of x, here f of x is equal to square root of x plus square root of a and g of x, which is equal to this x plus a. So equation 1 becomes, by quotient rule ने equation 1 becomes limit x tends to a, square root of x plus square root of a, separate करायचं लिमिट, divided by limit x tends to a, g of x. G of x means x plus a. So लिमिट यूज करायचं मीन्स इथे आपण काय करणार आहोत, आता लिमिट x टेन्स टू ए मीन्स x आहे त्या ठिकाणी ए पुट करायचा, मीन्स याचं लिमिट काय येणार, तर रूट एक्स आहे म्हणजे इथे रूट ए येणार, एक्सच्या ठिकाणी ए पुट करायचा, सो रूट ए प्लस रूट ए डिवायडेड बाय इथे एक्स आहे तिथे ए पुट करायचं, सो ए प्लस ए. Here but root a plus root a is equal to 2 root a and a plus a is the 2a, and here 2 and 2 are cancelled, so root a divided by a. आता a आपण कसं लिहू शकतो, root a into root a, root a चा square means a, so root a ला root a cancel होणार, so this answer is 1 divided by square root of a. So final answer is 1 divided by root a. So this value, this limit x tends to a, square root of x plus square root of a divided by x plus a, which is equal to 1 divided by root a. So 1 divided by root a is the answer. Then second example घेऊ. Example second, evaluate limit x tends to 1, 1 plus x minus 1 cube, 1 square divided by 1 plus x square. So how to find this value? So first of all, consider L is equal to limit x tends to 1, 1 plus x minus 1 square divided by 1 plus x square, and by quotient rule separate करा, limit x tends to 1, 1 plus x minus 1 square divided by limit x tends to 1, 1 plus x square by quotient rule. By quotient rule. आता इथे काय करायचं, x tends to 1 आहे मीन्स एक्सच्या ठिकाणी 1 पुट करायचं आहे आपल्याला, सो 1 प्लस 1 मायनस 1 स्क्वेअर डिवायडेड बाय 1 प्लस एक्स टेन्स टू 1 आहे, सो 1 स्क्वेअर and which is equal to 1 minus 1 is 0, so 0 square is 0, and 1 plus 1 square is 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1 divided by 1 plus 1 is 2. So 1 by 2 is the answer. So last upon write down. Hence last upon write down this limit 1 plus x minus 1 square divided by 1 plus x square, which is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So we evaluate this limit is 1 by 2.